The reason that I'm making this video is because I had a friend of mine that recently came to me devastated. Devastated. He's been seeing this girl for the last, I would say, 4 to 5 months. And it wasn't a serious relationship or anything like that. But over the span of those 4 or 5 months, my friend was falling deeply in love with her. She's beautiful. He loves spending time with her. And he really, really wanted to lock her down for a relationship. However, in his pursuit of that type of goal of getting this woman to commit to a relationship, he made a lot of mistakes that ended up leading this relationship or situationship to a very toxic place, to the point where the woman didn't respect him anymore. She was mistreating him. She was gaslighting him. She was being very toxic in general, to the point where she pushed my friend so far off the edge that he just had to wake up and realize that this whole thing wasn't working for him. And he had to break up with her, no matter how painful and how strong of an emotion and attachment he felt towards her. However, this is something that I see a lot with men in my personal life and with people on the internet and just men all over the world. Men, in their pursuit of a relationship, very often make so many mistakes that lead to toxic relationships. It's not even funny. And the internet is littered with men that have encountered that type of toxic femininity in their life, to the point that it made them bitter, it made them angry, it made them resentful. And I don't want that to happen to you. And after years of personal experience in the dating game, going out, interacting with women in clubs, interacting with women in the daytime, at parks, on the streets, going on countless dates, basically being addicted to the game for, I would say, over 6 years now. Damn, over 6 years being addicted to the game, going on multiple dates every week, approaching women almost daily, accumulating a lot of experiences. I can honestly say that I figured out exactly what you need to do in order to attract not just a relationship, but the type of relationship where the woman really, really respects you. The woman is in your corner. The woman is feminine towards you. The woman is projecting and reflecting to you positive femininity. I've cracked the code. And even though in the last, I would say, 6 months, I've decided to take a step back from the game and focus on other areas of my life, I still think that it's important for me to relay this information to you, because there are way too many men entering toxic relationships, not because the woman herself is toxic, but because the man doesn't know how to set a dynamic where the woman values the relationship so much that the idea of her being toxic towards the man doesn't even cross her mind, because she's so afraid of losing this amazing connection that you have with her that she will never even consider doing anything to push you away like that. And we're going to talk about all of that in this video. We're going to talk about how to create a dynamic where attracting a relationship from the woman that you want becomes effortless, second nature, and in fact, the woman is chasing you down for a relationship instead of the other way around. That is what you want. Now, maintaining that long term is where a lot of guys mess up as well. And I'm going to make a separate video about that. But first and foremost, let's talk about how to actually get that type of relationship in the first place before we talk about maintaining it. Now, before you even think about getting into a relationship with a woman, first and foremost, we need to talk about you and who you are as a man. Because in order for you to attract that type of relationship, you need to be worthy of that type of relationship. You are what you attract. Therefore, who do you need to be in order to attract that type of relationship? Number one, you need to be a man of abundance. What does that mean? It means that number one, you don't need anyone and you don't need anything in your life. You are fulfilled. You're living a passionate life that you truly, truly enjoy. And even if you don't get a girlfriend for the next 5 to 10 years, you're just so in love with your life that it wouldn't even matter to you. You have an active social life. You live a social life of abundance. You have you have friends that you enjoy spending time with. You have hobbies that you enjoy engaging in. And every day of your week, every day of your month is filled with doing things that you enjoy to do with people that you love and on your own because you also enjoy your own company. And finally, you're a man that has options. So if you're a guy watching this and you're a virgin or you're really, really bad with women, you have no luck with women, you can attract a relationship, but you're not going to attract the type of relationship that I'm speaking about. What you're probably going to attract is a very toxic relationship or a relationship that is not really on your terms and is instead being defined by the woman. So therefore, you're not going to be happy because it's not what you actually want. So I hate to break it to you, but before you even think about getting into a relationship, you first need to learn about the game. And I have a separate video about that. Link is going to be down in the description. But you really, really need to master the dating game. Okay? I have a video called No More Dating Advice, something like that. I'm going to link it down below. But watch the video and start working on creating options for yourself. Because if you are to attract that dream relationship, you cannot do that by going for the first thing that comes along. When you apply for a university, you don't apply just for one university. You apply for multiple ones. Same thing with a job. You don't apply for just one job. How do you know if that's the best job for you if you don't have multiple options to explore first? So that you know that in that relative to these other options, this one job offer, this one job opportunity is the best one. So I hate to break it to you, but if you really want to attract the type of relationship that you want, you really have to have options with women. Not only so that you have options and that you can choose the best option, but also because by interacting with a lot of women, you're going to discover a lot about female nature and female psychology that's going to help you down the road at maintaining your relationship. And also, no woman wants to date a man that no other woman wants. That's not valuable. What's the point of having something that no one else wants? If no one else wants it, then it has no value. So you really, really, really need to first and foremost get somewhat adequate at engaging with the game. Have some options. Have some experiences with women. So you're in abundance, you have a purpose, you have an active social life, you're content being on your own, and you have options with women. You're an attractive man. And as I said, I have a separate video about that, right? So now that you have this package of these 5 traits, okay, now you have to define first and foremost what it is that you want. What is it that you want in a partner? It differs for every person. I want different things, you want different things. You have to get very specific. One of the laws of the universe is that you can have whatever it is that you want. However, you have to be very specific about it. You can't have everything, but you can have what you want. So sit down with a pen and paper and write down 10 traits that you want in a woman. 10 traits: humor, intelligence, maybe she's spiritual, maybe she's very feminine, maybe she has good fashion sense, maybe she's interested in whatever hobbies you're interested in. Write down and get very serious about this list. And you also want to write down 10 things that are absolute red flags. So maybe you don't want a woman that doesn't work out. You don't want a woman that manipulates or plays games. You don't want a woman that maybe has mostly guy friends. Whatever it is, write it down. And make sure that you reach for the stars, really. Do not hold back. Don't write down what you think you deserve. Write down what you actually want. Now, once you write that list down, you want to think to yourself, What type of man do I need to be to attract that type of woman? And if you are that type of man already, then we can move on. But if you're not, then you need to write down what qualities that woman would be attracted to, and you need to start working on developing those qualities within yourself. Again, you are what you attract. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So you need to analyze the type of person that you want to attract and cross and backwards engineer the type of person that you need to be to attract that type of woman. Now, assuming that you are this type of person already and you are congruent to the type of woman that you want to attract, let's move on to how to actually attract this woman into a relationship. So, as I stated earlier, in order for you to even consider a relationship with a woman, first you need to be a man in abundance. And that means you have options. You are probably dating multiple women at this point. Or if you're not sleeping with them, you're at least going on dates with a lot of women. You need to have options. That is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Okay? If this is like something that's hard for you to accept, or you don't agree with this, then this video is not for you. This channel is not for you. All right? We're talking about high-level things here. And here we speak of the truth. And if you want to attract the type of relationship that I'm speaking of, where the woman really respects you, the woman really values you, then if you are the type of person, the type of man that the woman that you want would really value and respect, then obviously other women will value and respect you, and other women will want to date you. If you don't have that in your life, then you don't deserve that type of relationship yet. You're not ready. Okay? So now you're dating multiple women, all right? This is the biggest mindset shift. I'm about to give you the biggest mindset shift that you need to make when it comes to attracting women for a relationship. And this is where a lot of guys mess up. So pay attention. The number one thing that you need to drill into your mind when it comes to attracting a relationship is men seduce women for physical intimacy, and women seduce men for a relationship. That's how it goes. That's the entire game. And that's what the rest of this video is going to analyze. Okay? You don't choose a relationship. The relationship chooses you. And your job as a man is to go out, date multiple women, have different types of chemistry with different women, and disqualify the women that you don't want to be in a relationship with, and spend time with the women that you would be open to be in a relationship with, and let them seduce you. So how does this look like? Let's say you're dating a woman, okay? You're having a situationship. Usually, if you're doing your job properly and you're having a casual interaction with a woman, within 3 to 4 months, the woman is going to start to develop feelings for you. Now, the way that you allow this to happen is that you never, ever externally do anything that indicates to a woman that you're looking for a relationship. Because again, you're in abundance, right? You don't need anything. Number 2, you're always laid back. You're always carefree. You're always the fun, playful, almost player type of character that you were when she met you. Don't start switching up your whole personality or your game because now you're thinking, oh, we're going to get into a relationship now, or I want her for a relationship, so now I have to be all soft and sweet. No, that's how you're going to mess it up, and that's how a lot of guys mess it up. That's how my friend messed it up. No, you're always laid back, you're always cool, you never indicate to her that you're looking for a relationship, and you make sure, number 3, that you're doing a lot of different things together, a lot of different activities that create that strong bond. So one day you're going out for dinner, Next day you're going out for drinks. Next time you are going bowling, or you're go-karting, right? Or you're staying home watching a movie. You're keeping the activities very varied, all right? And remember, as I said earlier, the woman controls the pace that the relationship progresses. You just sit back and you let her determine the pace, okay? You don't set the pace, she sets the pace. All you do is you sit back, laid back, be cool, be chill, do a lot of different things together, sleep together, have a lot of amazing sex together, and just let her come to you with a relationship. That's how it works. And that's what a lot of men don't want to hear. A lot of men are trying to rush the process. But even you, if you have any experience with women and trying to seduce women into a relationship, how has that worked out for you? Most likely it hasn't, okay? You really have to let the woman come to you. That's the best way to get the type of dynamic that you want. And if you chase after the woman for dates, and you're chasing after the woman for sex, and then you're chasing the woman for a relationship, you're giving her all the power. You're in a completely weak position. Now you're putting the woman in a position where she's the leader. She never had to try, she never had to invest. So your job is to sit back, let her come to you with a relationship. So all you do is you sleep with her, you're cool, you're laid back, you do a lot of varied activities, and you never indicate that you're looking for a relationship. Now, again, as I said earlier, within the 3-month mark, she's probably going to come to you asking you, what are we? Where is this going? All that kind of stuff. When that happens the first time, you always let her know that, hey, I'm open to something more serious down the line, but right now, I just want to spend time getting to know you. The first time that a woman comes to you with a relationship, you always want to be a little bit on your toes, like a little bit on your heels. Like you almost want to be resisting it. That way you're presenting a challenge to the woman. A man that's a challenge is very attractive to a woman, and it lets her know that she is with a man that has options, has standards, he is a prize. He's something to be desired. And therefore, that's when you're going to see the most beautiful aspect of positive femininity. You're going to actually see your woman really trying hard to prove to you that she is worthy of being your girlfriend. That's when you get women paying for things, paying for your dates. That's when you get women putting a lot of effort in their appearance, introducing you to their friends very proudly, really putting a lot of effort to show to you that, yo, I'm a good woman, I'm wifey. That is what you want. You're giving her the opportunity to seduce you a little bit. And it's an opportunity that a lot of women don't get very often. So you're doing her a huge favor by doing that, because then when you eventually do get in a relationship, she's going to feel like she worked on it, that she worked so hard for it and she finally got it, and now she values it a lot more. And that's how you get that type of dynamic that I spoke about earlier. So the first time that a woman comes to you about a relationship, what are we? Where is this going? Are you seeing other people? You always want to be laid back and always chill and always be like, you know what, Maria, I really like you, and maybe down the line I would be open to a relationship or something. But right now, I just enjoy spending time with you. I enjoy getting to know you. So let's just chill. And just ask me again in a couple of months and I'll give you a straight answer. Say something like this, all right? That's going to get her emotions engaged. She's going to see the challenge that you're presenting to her. And if she really, really likes you, she's going to rise to the occasion to prove to you that she's totally the type of woman that you want to be with. Now, here's where a lot of guys mess up. If by the 3 or 4 month mark, the woman doesn't indicate to you that she's falling in love with you or that she's developing feelings for you, guess what? She probably isn't. Let that sink in. She probably isn't. Women date for sex too. Women like to hook up too. not every woman that you're in a situationship with or some kind of casual fling with wants to be in a relationship with you. And that's where a lot of guys mess up also, is that not only do they go for women, not only do they try to force relationships on women, they try to force it on women that are not even looking for a relationship in the first place. So be very wary. Again, the relationship should come to you. If the woman is not indicating to you that she wants a relationship, then that's because she most likely doesn't. All right? Now, moving forward, assuming that the woman is indicating to you that she wants a relationship, and you're seeing that she's putting a lot of effort and she's paying for dates and she's being very feminine and very loving, and she's really, you can just tell she's putting a lot of effort into showing you that she's girlfriend material. Then the second time that she comes to you with a relationship or asking you, what are we, or what are we doing, or where is this going, or are you seeing other girls? Now you're going to ask her, you know what, baby, what do you want? What do you want out of this whole situation? Because personally, I'm okay with how things are, but I wouldn't mind for something more. But just tell me, what do you want out of this? And if she wants a relationship, she's going to tell you. Or she's going to indicate to it like indirectly. And that's when it's okay for you to be like, you know what, okay, from now on, you're my girlfriend. Now, that's what I would advise for most people to do. What I personally do is I resist a relationship for up to 6 months. That's my personal style, because for me, it's like screening a woman is very important. A relationship for me is very important. I want to avoid entering a relationship with a woman without me knowing as much as I can about her. And a lot of people are very good at hiding who they are for a very long period of time. And you know, we all have flaws. I have flaws, you have flaws, the women that you date are going to have flaws. And a lot of people are very good at hiding those flaws for a very long period of time. So for me personally, it's important that I give the situation or casual fling or situationship enough time to breathe for me to discover as much as I can about the woman before I make a decision. And a lot of women are not going to wait that long. They're not going to wait 6 months. But I personally don't budge on that. It's 6 months at least, by the way. So that's a little bit extreme. As I told you, I'll wait 6 months. But if the woman comes to you with a relationship once on the 3rd month mark, and then once again on the 4th month mark, and you like the woman, you want to be in a relationship with her, I give you permission on the 4th month, the second time that she comes to you, to be like, you know what, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. However, as I told you, I wait 6 months, all right? If you do this the right way, and I told you, you're relaxed, you're abundant, you're not chasing the relationship, instead you're giving the woman space to come to you with a relationship, I promise you, you will increase the probability like tenfold of you attracting a very healthy relationship with the type of woman that you're actually compatible with. And again, if a woman doesn't come to you for a relationship, it means she doesn't want one. All right? Be respectful of that. Be mindful of that. Be aware of that. If you follow the steps that I outlined in this video, you will attract the type of relationship that you want. But first and foremost, even though this sounds very daunting and very like a long process, and there's all these steps and all this like patience that you need to have, even though it sounds this way, I need to remind you that for you to attract this type of relationship in the first place, you need to be the type of man that doesn't need anything. Therefore, if you are truly congruent to the type of man who doesn't need anything from the world, and you're truly fulfilled in yourself, therefore worthy of this type of relationship, then this whole process will be effortless for you. If this whole process seems like almost too much, and it seems like overwhelming and too much waiting around and not proactive enough, that's a sign that you're needy and that you need to go back to the drawing board and really work on yourself to develop a very fulfilling lifestyle, to become more purposeful, to become more grounded, to become more attractive. Nothing comes before that. Implement the steps. Let me know how it works out for you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.